in good condition, or it may be a good idea to order a new casing when the bladder is ordered. There are two common types of connections to the air valve on Nimcor bladders. When you order a bladder, it may come either with a hole at one end or a pipe stem. Bladders equipped with a stem are for valves located in the end face of the journal. Remove the loosened valve end journal and then remove the old bladder. Insert the new bladder and casing into the body. Feed the stem through the journal and hand fit the journal according to the match marks. You are now ready to resecure the journal to the body. Bladders with a hole are for direct header connections. The bladder ferrule is screwed directly into the header. The old bladder is pulled off the ferrule with a screwdriver. The new bladder is then forced over the ferrule. Application of a lubricant like tap-free or silicone, never oil, on the ferrule and bladder hole will make installation easier. If it's difficult to force the ferrule into the bladder, enlarge the hole slightly with an F-drill. Hand fit the journal to the body according to the matched marks. The bladder and casing are now seated in the shaft and ready for refitting of the journal. Make sure that the journal match marks are lined up, remove the hold-up devices, and hit the journal sharply on the end to force the header portion into the body. The header should be flush with the end of the body, and the taper pin holes should line up. Insert a new taper pin into the hole and mark the cut points. After the pin is cut, reinstall the pin and file the ends to a neat surface. Install the existing valve or a new one, and your shaft is ready to be put back into operation. Nimcor quick change shafts take a special bladder. A quick change shaft is primarily a cantilevered shaft where the air entry is opposite the servicing end. Prior to dismantling a quick change shaft, secure all the buttons, lugs, or leaves in the expanded position. At the end opposite the air valve, there is either a taper pin, snap ring, or spiral lock to be removed. In this instance, the shaft has a taper pin. If secured with a snap ring or spiral lock, there will be a tapped hole in the center of the journal for insertion of a bolt and removal of the journal and bladder. At the opposite end of the bladder is an O-ring ferrule which is seated in the journal. Remove the air valve. If the O-ring is lodged internally, push a rod through the hole in the journal to loosen it. Remove the journal and the bladder and check the O-ring ferrule. If the O-ring ferrule is in good condition, install it in the new bladder. If not, a new one should be installed. To install the new bladder, feed a rod through the shaft and into the O-ring ferrule. This will guide the ferrule into the pocket of the opposite journal. Remove the rod and re-secure the journal. The bladders on most 2-inch diameter and under shafts are not vulcanized. They are secured to each journal header by serrated ferrules and aluminum fittings. With each journal loose and with the hold-up devices in place, pull out one journal, stretching the bladder until enough is exposed to pull it off the ferrule and remove the fittings. Remove the opposite journal and pull out the attached bladder. Remove the bladder from the ferrule along with the fitting. Then remove the old bladder. Hand feed the new bladder through the body until it appears at the other end. To secure the new bladder, slide one fitting over the bladder with the chamfered side of the ring facing inward. force the tubing over the ferrule. Silicone on the tubing and the ferrule will facilitate installation. Hand fit the journal. To secure the opposite journal, place it next to the body as it will be seated. Pull out the tubing and line it up with the ferrule. Cut the bladder where it meets the bottom of the ferrule. Hold the bladder tightly. Install the fitting. Insert the ferrule. Repin both journals, and you are ready for operation. We have tried to show you the most common maintenance procedures performed on your Nimcor air shaft. All the shaft components and hold-up devices shown may be purchased direct from Nimcor. If you have any questions on this tape or procedure not covered, please give us a call. We have trained salespeople in the office and in the field who will be very happy to answer your questions and assist you further. Thank you very much.